Okay, so we're starting off. Starting off. So far we've had a winner and a player. We focus on the brown table. So in the brown table here we've got another win. I've just seen quite recently a quite a few side bets that have come up on the brown and blue tables. So what we're looking at now is the idea of how they're coordinated between the two. So I keep a record of the brown, and I think the blue table then follows. So these are just basically obviously all bet blackjack tables. My idea, my hypothesis, if you want to go for that way, or my method, is to see if there's a link between the two tables. My focus then is always on the lead table. So I always my favorite table has always been the brown table. I always like the brown table, which is on your right hand side. Uh, right, okay, it's loss. So what I do, I keep a record of the brown table's win loses. I've got win here. I've shown my workings here in the middle. So we got win, win, and then that's a loss. Um, Recently, the brown and the blue synced in quite well. When I say sync, I mean both sides had side bets. So the blue table had side bet and the brown table had a side bet, and they were around the same time. So what I try and do is um, keep a record of what's happening, and then when, say, like the blue table comes up with a side bet, I think the brown table should replicate that as well, as you can see. So that's the aim. I'm starting off with what are we starting off with? 26, purely on the BWin website there at the moment. So we're going to wait. It's a bit of a long wait as well. So we're just going to see. There's different things. I've been doing this for a while. And the whole idea is that if I keep a record of one table, the other table should sync in. Sometimes the tables change, so meaning that you just go to a different type of table and see if that different type of table then syncs in with the table that you're playing. Um, I try to see if there's a winning streak, not in an obvious way, but the idea that a certain table, i.e., the brown one, especially the cashback table, suddenly just starts winning. So you get a couple of wins, you get like a return off what you're putting down, basically. So at the moment, nothing. Well, we got this one now as well. So I'm essentially just watching, I'm waiting, and that's why I'm keeping a record of it as well, because I want to know when I go back if there is any system in place. So that's a win. So at the moment, nothing much is happening. When I say nothing much is happening, what I'm looking for is these three, player 21 plus 3 and dealer. I'm waiting for those to start coming up because my principle is that when one of those comes up, the other one comes up on the other table. So obviously, if you're putting money down on the other table, and you've got that preempt from the other table, the blue one say, then you're able to put it down on the brown. You should then be able to get something from those side bets. I found as I've been playing that certain times of the day, certain things happen. Um, Usually around 10 o'clock. So at the moment, we're at 25 past 8. Nothing much is happening at the moment. So what I do, I show a little bit of patience. All right, so we got a dealer there, and then we haven't got anything on the other one. So we got a blue dealer. Okay, so we got a blue dealer, which is the same as that one there. And then we had a loss on the other one, I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a loss. So Let's just pop that in. So we got a record of it. Ooh, I've deleted it from there as well, didn't I? Oh shit. And then look at that. Straight away, player. I was too busy keeping a record of it that I didn't actually put anything down. I didn't think, to be honest with you, anything would come down. I didn't expect it, to be honest with you. What we got? Oh no. Is that a 12? Oh, that's quite a high one as well. So that's the principle of it anyway. So I try and keep a record of what's happening. Um, and I think the two tables sync up as well. So that was a loss. I'm wondering, have I messed this up? So that was blue table. That fell into that. Okay, we'll try this then. Let's see if there's a follow on from that. I doubt there is. So this is my first bit of money I'm putting down. Sometimes you get like two in a row or something like that. Oh, which we do get. So now we got 7 and 11. Obviously, we hit there. So basically, the reason why I did that was because previously there was two side bets that came up at the same time on the previous sequence, which I didn't record, which I will start recording more and more, and you'll be able to see how these sequences work. It's very difficult to see at the moment what's going on. I do apologize for the size of the screen. So let me just push this up a bit so you can see a little bit more what's going on. So we got 21, so I'll put that in there. Wish it wasn't blurring, I do apologize. Hopefully it'll catch up. Oh crap, I could have put a dealer on there as well, but never mind. I've made a small amount of money there anyway. So I'm losing track of this already. So that was 21 dealer and a win as well. Plus also a 21 then on blue as well. So you can sort of see what I'm looking at now. You can see how the two, it's difficult to keep bloody track of it. I sort of try and keep ahead of it a little bit. It's difficult. It's the first time I've been starting to use this new pad as well. So I'm just trying to keep a record of everything. So we got a free. That's quite surprising. So we got a third there. That was a player. So I imagine that might be the same as that. So let's whack that in. I don't know obviously yet if it's a win-loss. So we'll cut that down. How much have we got at the moment? Ooh, I've made a profit. Ooh. Quelle surprise. So we got a profit. I'm not recording obviously what's going on with the blue one. My favorite's always been the brown table. It's a cashback table which allows you the basis to cash out as well. I apologize also that you can't actually, may not be able to see the cards and what's actually been dealt that clearly because I'm not that bothered whether it's a win or a loss. Oh wow. So it's a player loss. So I'll put that as a loss. X means loss, by the way, as well. I mean, I could put L or whatever, but oh, hang on, that's dealer sugar. Okay, so that was blue dealer. Let's see if I can just quickly do this. That was a lot of side bets that were coming up there. Oh, wow, 4 in a row. I wonder if there's 5. Wow, that's really annoying. Excuse me for a second. I'm just gonna have to try and figure out how to get back to that blue table. Okay, that was loss on that last one as well. Man, he's going through them quite quickly. Let's find this blue table again. There it is. Let's put that back there. Let's click on that. I don't care about that because there's no wins. So that was a loss as predicted. So then it moves on to the next one. There shouldn't be another side bet here. So he's gone back to normal again. So what we see now, this is important as well. So we've made a small little profit. I know we missed out on a few of these delicious side bets that were there as well, because that's the way I bet. I put £1 on that and I put £1 then on the covering free bets there. So we got a win. But But the whole point is that what this creates is a gap. As you can see from the final one, but previously we got there, that was the last bet that came up, and then we got a gap. So that's what I look for. I look for patterns basically with the side bets, and there's certain times of the day that these patterns happen as well. So we get lulls. So the period here is classed as a lull, and it's where you have to apply a little bit of patience to what you do. Um, okay, so there's nothing there. Patience is key. The whole idea that I need to win. If you get into the idea that you think that you need to win something, then you won't win anything. You have to allow the computer or system that we're currently working with to dictate when you put it on. So we wait for the trigger the moment we then go in based on what we see in front of us, not on when we want it to win. It's when they almost tell us that it's ready to win. So at the moment, there's nothing going to happen. I'm going to assume that there's going to be a gap there as well. Oh, wow. Okay, so then we got a player there. Apologize if I'm not keeping a really accurate record of this. I'm using a new type of notepad at the moment, which I don't normally use. I normally use my mobile phone or something like that, but I wanted to just show you what I was looking at. So I'm getting used to the idea of using this notepad as well. The fact that we've made, I think, about £10 profit already shows that I'm on the right tracks. I'm not going to make mega bucks, but that's not the whole point of the channel anyway, is the idea of just trying to look for little systems, look for little chinks in the armor, so to speak. So we got a win there as well. So we'll keep a record of that. Do we see now a possibility of a duplication of what happened above? It looks a bit messy. I know. I do apologize. I'll try and tidy that up a bit then as well. That's the blue table. That didn't happen on the brown table. So you got player. There was quite a clump there as well. I don't think it will. From previous experience, basically, the reason why I didn't put anything on side bets on that point, because sometimes what happens, you get like a little hearty clump of side bets. And the whole point is then it tries to lure you in, that it tries to lure you in. So I'm not sure what it is, but it's the frequency. So there we go. We get a frequency off the blue. So we get a loss there on the brown table. However, you see now we have something on the blue table, which is that one there. So that was that system there. Now, I do wonder if nothing comes up on the brown, whether that'll be repeated then on the blue. So, oh, give me a second. Oh, you wouldn't. Oh, right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I get the feeling that I haven't actually credited that account. So I'm working purely on the brown. Should I have? There we go. I've helped myself there because I would have put £4 on that blue one there, but nothing came up. So by not crediting that account, I've kind of helped myself a little bit there. Right, anyway, so at the moment, player, there's been one gap and nothing there. Now, do I think that there's going to be another side bet then that will come up for that brown? At the moment, there's again, that seems to be a table which is hedged towards loss, which it is. So it's trying to deter us from putting bets on. So that's another loss. I'm not going to put anything on brown. Nothing's come up on that blue as well. So this here, this little two side bets that did come up, I think are isolated. Let's just wait and see. Yep, see, nothing came up after that. So this is the way I think that you've got two tables which are in sync in terms of their side bets. You got a play there where they were bouncing off each other quite frequently. Here, isolated, there was only one on one. But you think Well, the way it works, and let's work under the assumption that this is rigged, and I that's another aspect that the thought process that I go through is the idea that it is completely, they're completely in charge of it. They know what the outcomes are going to be. Yeah, let's work on that principle. Yeah, but if that principles come in, you won a lot of money. Yeah, so if you won a lot of money, or the customer has won a lot of money, you don't want them to win a lot of money for the next one. So that's the whole point of then doing these isolated ones and then a couple of losses in between, because that's how you're going to make your money back. So that's what I try and do. I try and read to see when these big clumps come in, because when those big clumps come in, obviously you're going to make quite a bit of money because those. Ooh, right, okay, so now focus back on. We've got player there and it's blue table, so let's pop it over here. Apologies, I'm copy and pasting like what the results are. Oh my god, I'm sure there's easier ways of doing this. So that was a loss, or was it a win? I think that was a win. Some stuff came up, but I didn't actually pay attention to that. So there it is. Let's whack it down now. Oh, I should have waited actually. I just realized what I've done there because I one of the other principles I work to. Oh, we got blue, a BJ. So that's just going to be a straightforward win, isn't it? Yeah. So okay, I kind of lost. You actually lose a little bit off that one as well. So that's 250. So that's not the end of the world. There's two wins there. It's whether there's going to be another win or a side. Um, I'm going to try it. I'm going to attempt it there. I don't think it'll be a win, but there's a chance the side could come up on the brown one now because it came up on the blue there, and there hasn't anything come up on it as well. So let's wait and see. Okay, I was wrong. So I've made a loss now. So no insurance, obviously. We know that anyway. Um, so that was isolated. So nothing came up on that blue, and nothing's coming up then since. Obviously, it's a loss. Hopefully, I haven't lost too much. I've made a £4.50 profit at the moment. Um, should I go a bit wild on that? I'll try that now because eventually a side should come up. There's three losses there, one loss there. Oh yes, there we go. So we got another win. So that's a there. We'll get a win. 21-3. It's a shame I put it on the one before, to be honest with you. Right, let's see if we can just do this quickly now. I'm trying hard to keep up with the quickness of the dealer. So blue player. Sorry, I'm just going to try and click this as quickly as possible. Push that. Oh, I could have just copied it from above, to be honest with you. Apologies, I'm not very click happy. Oh, it would have been nice to have a dealer as well, but I might get a win, which I do, as predicted. So we got 34.50 now. So we're about £8 up as it stands. I wonder if there'll be a double. Let's try. Oh, not quick enough. Right, and so now we got. It was a double. It wasn't a very big double, but it was a double. And when I say a double, I mean a double side bet that came up. Obviously, I'll start crediting the other table as things progress. More people come interested, then I'll start trying to make further predictions in terms of both tables as well, and being able to play both tables, put more money on the rest of it. But at the moment, I'm just trying to make a small amounts of profit. At the moment, I make 50 up. I'll do one more. I mean, a big part of what I try. Oh, here we go. I gotta do this nonsense because I'm not putting any money on that one, so it drops me out. X. I don't know if it's an X yet. Sorry, hang on. So, where is it? Blackjack. Where is it? Let's try and find the table again now. So that was a loss, I presume. I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to get this other table up and running now. Nothing. So if I zip across, ooh, dealer on that one. So X, then you got blue dealer. The where's my little keyboard gone? There it is. Right, okay. What I'll do then, I'll put that up there so I know that there. So you got another clamp. A clump of wins. They aren't a lot of wins, though, are they? It's not a lot of money, really, in reality. It's only a little. Oh, is that dealer? So last time it was 4, from what I recall, although it doesn't come up as that. No, I'm not going to do it. That was dealer, wasn't it? I didn't see what the result was. This is the problem with trying to keep a record of stuff. It'd be a lot easier if I had some automated program to do all this nonsense for me. Right, so let's go. That would have been a loss, I presume, because it was 2 queens. 2 goddamn queens. Right, so go down. That's a loss. See, it's gone back to the loss principle now, where basically it's given a couple of wins. So there'll be a couple of these gaps now in between these sides. So you can start seeing the shape, the pattern that I'm trying to work with. It doesn't always. It's not a real structure that you can win actual money off really easily. You have to kind of like watch it for a period of time and then try and work it out. Occasionally, I found quite recently as well that around 10 p.m. for some reason, I don't know why, 10 p.m. seems to be like a hot time. And I say 10 p.m. in terms of UK, London time or whatever. But around 10 p.m., then things become a lot more positive in terms of what comes up. Um, but at the moment, this isn't a time I normally do it, but I thought I'd give it a go. And I've made a small amount of money there as well. The most interesting thing of doing it is the element of risk. Like, as you can see there, I had a clump of sides that came up. So if I took a risk, I probably would have made some money. Here again, a clump, I could have taken a risk, could have won some money. But what I'm trying to do is make money rather than take risks. So if I can get one of those free, then I'm happy because I've won and also I've minimized my risk. I know a lot of you, well, not many at the moment, but a few of you, or one of you, whoever's watching, would probably think, well, surely you want to kind of capture as many as possible. Well, no, because they're gonna happen again and again and again later on anyway. It's ongoing, isn't it? This thing, it's 24 hours. It's like 24-hour news or whatever. It just goes on and on and on. You know, it's this whole idea of playing, gambling, that you're gonna, I don't know, somehow you're gonna capture a moment or whatever like that, and so it's worth just putting loads of money on a small period of time when surely you want to spread your money over a longer period of time, show a bit of patience, look for patterns, look for moments, and you're going to accumulate. The less risk you apply, the more likely you're going to gain some money. I mean, majority of gamblers, they just lose and they just carry on losing money. I just want to minimize the risk, make £10 a day, which is, I know, peanuts. It's absolutely nothing, really, but it's profit, and that's what I look for. So, as well, in terms of my technique, I only look for those three there. I know they come up, as you can see here, lucky, lucky, blah, blah, blah. But I like to focus on those three because they're the biggest payouts in terms of frequency from what I've played on anyway. I mean, I could be wrong. Someone actually showed me the statistics in terms of um, frequency of payouts. I could be absolutely wrong in terms of everything, but right. So now we got one here. I'm going to give this one a go. That was a double. Let's give that a go. Blue came up with a double there. Just so everyone can see the whole workings at the moment. So I'm wrong. Oh, that's a bit disappointing. Okay. So, are we going to see any? Oh, wow. Okay. See, I'm not always right, am I? It's whether I chase. I'm down to 30. I wonder if there'll be another one. I think there'll be. My idea here, you got three axes, you got one. I think there'll be another loss on brown table, and then perhaps there might be a win. Okay, let's see. Oh, see, he's come up on blue again. Why on earth would that happen? So delete that. So dealer came up. So, right, two blues have come up now. I'll get rid of that. I need to know what the result is on this one. I think this will be a loss because you've had three losses there, one there, one there. I think that'll be a loss. So I'm even gonna predict it. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, what a skill surprise. I'm not 100%, so I'm going to cover myself in that respect, then in the center as well. So I'm going to put that on as well. I'm not 100% that will come up. But I think brown should come up now. And I say should. I could be wrong. Ooh, look at that. There we go. So I got something out of it. So I'll try and wind this up as much as possible in terms of my total. Hopefully I'll get some good cards to be able to cash out then as well. So we got 7, hopefully it'll be a 10, obviously. We all hope it's a 10. We all hope, we dream of those days. Ooh, 17, kill surprise. I think I'll lose it, so I'm going to cash out on that point. Oh, great, I've done it again. So what we'll do, just refresh that. So I'm not sure what amount I'm going to make. Hopefully I'll get the... oh, I haven't even marked it up on my record either, so let me just do that quickly as well. Put that down. I may not be X, but we'll see. So let's get to this table. Where's blue? There we go. I'll have to keep an eye on the other one as well. Whoa, there he comes. So, oh, so we got draw. So I probably could have made a bit more money if I just left it, but hey ho. I'll call that a, all right, I'll put that down as draw. So what are we up to? I'm a little bit annoyed. Could have been a little bit more chiseled. Yeah, I'm only 8 up at the moment. Right. So I'll have to wait for the next one to come along, if you see what I mean. The next side bets to come up. I'll try and move that out of the way so everyone can see. I'm not sure how good you can actually see the cards. It doesn't really matter what the outcome is in terms of the card. I don't get distracted by the outcome of the cards too much. But yeah. Ooh, There we go. So we got something else there. Blue dealer. This is all a little bit bitty, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what's going on. That's not a win. I don't know that yet. So, but that's strange, isn't it? You can see there, there's a gap in terms of the blue table, in terms of blue win, gap, blue win, couple of cards, blue win. When I say blue win, I mean blue side. So, ooh, there we go. So I should have put money down there, I know. So that's a win dealer. Okay, so win dealer. So how many? So it was a gap one there. That's the first time gap one's come up. So that was a win as well. So a bit disappointed. I could have helped myself there by putting that money down on that one. I could have, would have, should have. Those are main words that come up quite frequently, but I didn't because I had an element of doubt. And if you've got an element of doubt, that sometimes means there's a high chance that you're going to lose. So what's the point in losing? Okay. So you get the general gist of what I'm trying to do. I've made £8 11p out of what I've done. I'm just trying to select the right ones, look for a moment that something could happen. We've had a change of dealer as well on the cashback, which I'm willing just to wait out at the moment because the frequency of the previous dealer, I know it sounds silly, but sometimes the dealer can determine the frequency of how these sides go and just generally what the cards come up. There's absolutely no logic to that whatsoever, but in terms of win losers and what I'm looking at, that sometimes that is the case personally. There we go. Oh, I've got £8 11 up. So I'm just want to see if this is a waste of time, and I'll probably end the video then. Is anything exciting? I know it's just about patience at the end of the day. Also, it's 8:54 now, so I'll probably come back to this when it's 10 o'clock, and I'm going to see if my idea works. That sometimes the two tables get completely in sync after 10 p.m. Which might not be the case. So I'm just going to see the last few that come up. Ooh, so we got one there. This is a bit odd. So previously we've had a gap of two there, and then the next one. I wonder, either are we looking at a group? So 3, 1, 3, a gap of two and a gap of two. I think it'll go to a gap between that one before another side comes up. We have the view of that. I mean, this is total guesswork now. So nothing there. I know Lucky came out, but I'm looking at these three, and that's why I'm trying to find a pattern. So anything happened with blue table? Nothing there. Right, let this roll out. I presume that's going to be a win because there's a 20 there. Was it a draw? Yeah, it's a draw. Okay. Pop that down as a draw. And the last draw was a win, as a win there. So there's a possibility that a win could come up as well. I'm going to wait for the next one. I don't think there'll be a side off this one. Because you've had a frequency of 4 wins in a row. Oh, you got a 20 there, though. That's strange. These cards look okay-ish, don't they? 20 against the 5. Ooh, splitting. How exciting. So yeah, that's basically the principle of what I work to. I just cover these free side bets because you've got 25 to 1 max. You got a 7, 12, or 25 to 1 for both the player and the dealer. So all those combos come up. This one is the big yield one of 7, 10, 30, 40, or 100. So it's a loss. So you can see why I focus in on those, because a couple of mistakes or a couple of losses, you can still break it back. I'm going to wait one more. And the reason why, I always try and look for a pattern, is you had one in between there, two in between there. And I'm probably wrong, but it could have been a three in between there. Did I just put that down as loss? Was that a loss? I probably should have been concentrating rather than talking, because I thought it was a 20. Never mind. It doesn't really matter to what I'm trying to achieve, though, does it? So it's just, as long as I got the sequencing of the numbers coming up. If I'm proven wrong, I'm proven wrong, but that's the principle I'm going to, is that there was a one gap there, a two gap there, and a three gap there of no sides, and then the next side will come up. Ooh, it's a bit of a wait though. Ooh, what we got? That's a win. Okay, so first things first, I've kind of talked myself into it, so I'll put that down. Will there likely be a win? One, two, three, four, dealer. I'm not 100% about this one, but I've just put it down because I'm filming. Um, it whittles me down to something else. Okay, it doesn't look like it's anything. So 28. I can't read it. I don't know. Do the maths. So this is possibly a loss, to be honest with you. Drum roll. Ooh, bust. Busty. So okay, you've just witnessed my my game plan, and you've just witnessed it, dare I say it, working. I wouldn't be so bold to say it works. But the whole point of it is when you take that risk. Oh, sorry, hang on, I'll just whap the blue one back on it again. The blue table. But you can sort of see now what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to look for patterns. I'm trying to look for sequences. I'm using the blue table as a kind of prop to be able to highlight when certain things are going to happen. That doesn't always see, that's not always the case. I always, oops, sorry, let's move that across. That's not always the case. Oh my God, I'm so rubbish at this at the moment. But where's the little notepad as well? I need to keep a record of everything as well. It's very important. But you can see what I'm trying to do. So let's put the pad there. There's probably easier ways of doing this as well. I do apologize. Right, so that's a win. But yeah, that's essentially it. Well, I'm just trying to check out when a pattern might happen. It works to a pattern in terms of what you could see there. So we had a side, one gap, side, two gap, side, three gap, side, and that's all I did to try and capture it. I mean, the side could be bigger. It could have been way better, but coulda, woulda, shoulda. Doesn't win anyone money. So at the moment, I am 41 up. So I've proven within this short-term video of my pattern, the principles. There's different ways of doing it as well, which I put on other videos as well. I try to look towards time of the day as well. It's guesswork, it's gambling, it's a risk. We don't know. But I try to whittle down my pattern as much as I can. I don't think I actually lost a hand as well during this video as well. I may have lost a small amount of money, but that's the element of risk, and that's the whole principle of gambling, I suppose, isn't it? Um, but yeah, you can sort of see what I'm trying to do. It may not make much sense, um, but yeah, I'll leave it as that for now because I've now made a profit of how much have I made? £15, 11p. Oof, I know, big money, I know. But anyway, that will show you that I've made £15, 11p in, I don't know, however long it's been. So there we go. Hopefully you'll enjoy the video, and I'll be back soon.